Good morning, students. Today we are going to learn how to insert table in your web page. So to insert table content in your website, you should use table tag. So table tag is a basic structural tag that encloses the entire table information. You know, the two important elements present in or defining table is row and column. So table is actually a collection of rows and columns. Yes, collection of rows and columns are called as table. So this table tag is a basic structural tag that encloses the entire table information, and still we are having some other component to build a table. They are row and column. So to represent, see here, to enclose a single row, you should use TR tag. To represent a cell entry, it is each and every cell value, you have to use TD tag. And to add row or column heading, so always the table will start with the heading. Yes, only with the heading we can understand what is the content of the table. So for adding row or column heading, we should use TH. And by using these all elements, you can insert a table. And the format for writing table HTML code is, first you should use table tag, then within a table you are going to start with a row. For each and every row in a table you have to start with TR tag, and always the first row is heading. So for heading we should use TH tag. So TH, how many columns you are having in your table, you should add that much TH. And so now heading is over. So there is the first row is over, you should close the row tag. Next is second row. So second row I am going to feed some values for all the columns. So for feeding values you should use TD. And again, how many columns you are having, so for all those columns you should feed some value. So I am using, for example, here as I used two different entries within each row, two columns are there in my table. Okay, and how many rows are in my table? Two rows are in my table. And once table is over, you have to close the table tag /table. So this is what the format. Now I am going to teach you an example. So see, for example, you want to create a table for your class, for your school. So for example, class, how many class in your school, and how many boys in each class, and how many girls in each class. So this is the entire table. For representing this entire table, we have to use table tag. How many rows are there? 3 different rows, and the first row is a heading, table heading, and 2 rows are holding the values. So TR, so first one TH is for heading, class, boys, girls. So you should close each row. Second row is for feeding values. So 10 standard, 12 boys, 4 girls. So you have to close the row. Then third row with all necessary column values. So in this way you have to write coding for inserting table in HTML. So that's all about table tag, and do this homework and share your coding with me. And next tag is Marquee tag. Marquee tag is used to add scrolling text on the web page. In most of the web page, you may looked this scrolling text. So whenever you open a website, some informations or important informations will be scrolled continuously. Yes. So for making such kind of information or such kind of text in your web page, you should use Marquee tag. So Marquee, for this the attribute used is direction. From which direction you want to show the scrolling text. Either you want to start from upward or downward or left or right. 4 different options you can give: left, right, up, down. So once you finished the attribute, you can close it, and whatever the text you want to roll on, you should type here. So here I just used, to know the syllabus, use the links below. So this is what the information I want to give the user. So I just want to roll it out in my web page. So I used Marquee tag. Always you should close once all the works were finished, then you should close the respective tag. So today in this session we learned two different tags. Now I am showing you the coding and also demo. So see here, this is actually the entire code. So HTML, head, title, body tag, some background color is used, paragraph, I used one heading, and then break, ruler. So see here, this is what today's learning. Table, border. With the help of border attribute, you can set border for your table, and you also can give border color and background color for your table. And within a table, you are having how many rows you want, how many column values you want to feed, so everything can be given here. Okay, and then Marquee tag. So the text, whatever the text you want to be rolled or scrolling inside the web page, you have to type here as discussed in the PowerPoint presentation. So now the code is ready. Next step is you have to open this code in browser. See here. Now can you find a text rolling? Yes, this is what the text I used inside the Marquee tag to roll out. And see the table, I have used border 2 and background color is pink, border color is red, and 3 different columns and 3 different rows I used. So all were displayed as per the coding. So in this way you can also today try the homework problem which I have shared in PowerPoint presentation and share your code with me. Thank you, children.